What's going on, everybody? It's Junior Bennett coming to you live, founder and CEO of New Life Veterans. And we have designed a program to help each and every one of you veterans that are suffering from disabilities from serving the greatest country in the world obtain a high value claim. But before you can obtain a high value claim, I want you to ask yourself, who is your opponent at the VA when you're filing your claim? Because, you know, most sports teams, they know who their opponents are. And when we go to war, we know who our opponents are. We survey the area. We look at the terrain. We survey the players on their team. Who's the best shooter? Who's the best rebounder? We gathering intel. So today, this video is about gathering intel about your opponent, because you're about to enter combat, a gunfight with a knife or a lesser powerful weapon, if you will, when you're going to file a claim for you and your family. I want you to understand, you got three major opponents in the gunfight. Three major opponents. The three major opponents is, number one, your CNP examiner. Your CNP examiner has no relationship with you or your family whatsoever. The second opponent is your RVSR. This is your rating specialist at the VA regional office. Your rating specialist at the VA. All right, rating specialist. This is a person that determines the amount of money that you're gonna receive or not at all. Your third enemy, your third opponent is gonna be the appellate team, on the appeals team. Okay, we have two lanes when it comes to appeals. That's the higher level review. And then that's the supplemental claim. A higher level review is meaning they denied you, but you're not happy with the situation, and you got to go ahead and look for a supervisor to relook at it, okay? And then a supplemental means you got some new evidence to add to the claim, and you're going to go through the supplemental claim, okay? So that requires new evidence. So I want you to understand element number one, or enemy number one, the CNP examiner. Most of the CNP examiners are not specialists. I repeat, are not specialists. You're going to have specialists, and then you're going to have non-specialists. What do I mean by that? Some of them are going to be like psychologists for mental health, and then they're going to have a general practitioner for everything else. So if you're filing a claim, for example, migraine headaches, 9 times out of 10, you're going to have a non-specialist to examine you for headaches. You're going for a skin disorder, PFB, no shaving, or tinea versicolor. 9 times out of 10, you're going to have a non-specialist to interview. That works off in your behavior, on your behalf. I'm sorry. The reason why I say it works on your behalf, because if you are enrolled in our program over at New Life Veterans, it's called the New Life Insider Program. Every last one of the doctors that we're going to do an exam with you with are going to be specialized in a field. For example, if you have a skin disorder, we're going to have you to see a dermatologist. If you have an ENT issue like a sleep apnea, sinusitis, rhinitis, we're going to see you with an ENT specialist. When you go for your CNP exam into that gunfight, you want to have your guns blazing as well. So it's nice to know that you're up against non-specialists in the CNP exam for the most part, and then specialists for things like mental health. If you're claiming a mental health claim, you know darn well we're going to send you to a psychologist. We actually have 2 psychologists in our network here at the New Life Insider Program to assist you, to examine you, to see how bad your situation is. Mental health starts with PTSD, anxiety, depression, schizophrenia, and it goes down. They're all rated from 0 to 100%. But you want to make sure that you see a specialist when it comes to having your medical nexus. If you've been following me at any time, if you've been out the military more than 12 months, you need a medical nexus letter from a non-VA specialist to file your claim. If you don't have that, you're going to have a denial letter in the mail. Okay. All right. So we want to prohibit you from doing that. So we know your first opponent right here out the door is going to be non-specialists to examine you. This is your time to be to exude the severities of your disability. What do I mean by that? If you're dealing with mental health, you need to exude probably 3 different symptoms during your CNP exam. You're probably going to be in there probably 15 minutes, probably so, or more, maybe 20 minutes tops. with your CMP examiner, you need to exude at least 3 symptoms in the percentile that you're suffering with when it comes to your rating specialist. So that makes it easier for opponent number 2, your RVSR, your rating specialist, to rate you at a high level. Let's say you went to the CMP exam and you went to see the specialist for PTSD or anxiety depression. We know that it's rated from 0 to 100%. And if you know that for a fact in the beginning, you already know you need to exude at least 3 symptoms inside of the percentile that you already have to get that rating specialist to review the opinions of the CMP examiner. See, the CMP examiner's job is to make an opinion. Now, here's where you're in the gunfight. If you have an opinion with your non-VA doctor saying what you're suffering with against theirs, the law, Title 38, Part 4 says that the ruling is in the favor of the veteran. If you have a negative opinion from the CMP examiner and a positive opinion on your own, VA law states that we're going to rule in the veteran's favor. Okay. So that's knowing the opponent. There's knowing the law in the same breath. Okay. Now, the rating specialists need to have everything in place in your seat file that's going to spell it out. So the best way that you can make it easier for your rating specialist to give you that high rating is having a great statement and support a claim. See, when you enroll into the New Life Insider program, we're going to show you the right things to put in your statement and support a claim. You're going to be using 21-438. That's the form, VA form. We're going to teach you how to make it very simple and plain and using the terminology to help that RVSR make the right rating. We don't want to ever see a claim come back and you don't get the right rating, okay? We see that all the time. 8 out of 10 veterans right now are underrated. They're lowball rated. Right now, the June numbers just came out for 2021. The average compensation is $1,100 a month. That's about less than a 60% rating, okay? Now, if we know that already with the RVSR, it doesn't matter how many disabilities that you submit in your filings over to Janesville, Wisconsin. When you fax it over, you already know you're going to get a CMB exam. You already know you're going to have non-specialists, all right, for the most part. So you know you're going to win that battle if you get your medical nexus letters through us with the specialist. Then the rating VSR, we're going to teach you how to write the statement support of claims. And we're also going to back up those disabilities with case files from court cases from the Veterans Appeals Court in Washington, D.C. We're going to back up your claim with also doctor publications from the Governmental Library of Medicine. We're going to do everything that's possible to make sure that your opponent, that rating specialist, is going to rule in your behalf and also give you a high rating. Now, if we take out these 2 opponents right here, we don't have to worry about the opponent number 3. The appellate opponent. If you don't get this right and you get a denial, this is where they're going to have a letter in the mail telling you your 2 lanes to appeal. See, by being a New Life Insider, we're going to eliminate the need to go up against the 3rd opponent. Okay, we're gonna examine you by doing a free consult. We're gonna show you exactly what the opportunities are. We're gonna ask you to be teachable and coachable, and so you can follow the process and the blueprint for having a high value claim. I hope this video helped you to understand who are your opponents in the VA filing process and how can you use New Life veterans to your advantage for you and your family. If you have more questions, like, comment below, subscribe to the video. If you see this on video on YouTube, if you see it on Facebook, like, comment me. If you want to do a free consultation, feel free to log on to newlifeveterans.com. Let's get on the phone. Let's chat. And if I can't see an opportunity, or if I can't, let's say this, if I can't see an opportunity to increase your claim, I'm just going to tell you that on the phone. But if we can see an opportunity, we're going to recommend the New Life Insider program. Okay. Now, once you enroll into the New Life Insider program and we will help you, consult you through the whole process, even if the CMP the night before, and you don't get a high rating, I'll send you $100. Thank you so much for watching this video. God bless you and have an outstanding week.